Hello my friends, and welcome to Starpoint Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Cancer. Cancer, I hope you are doing well, and welcome to your reading. Cancer, you are conflicted about something. You are going through quite a bit of internal conflict at the moment. And I'm feeling that the conflict has something to do with having a conversation with another person. Here you are, you start off your reading with the Chariot card, which is the card of Cancer, and the Five of Swords. And I am sensing that this Five of Swords is internal right now. The way that I'm seeing these cards right now is that you are trying to make a decision. You're very much in your head. You are trying to make a decision about speaking with another person. About starting something with them, something that means a great deal to you, something that's a dream of yours. But I think that you are hesitating because you're not sure how they will receive it. Or you're not sure of what the outcome of that conversation might be. If they're going to take it badly, or how they'll take it. So you're sitting kind of in a little bit of confusion and conflict. So we have the Five of Swords and the Chariot start off the reading, and we move into the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands here, in the middle of the top row of cards. So you are definitely trying to figure out which direction to go in with this conversation. And the sense that I'm getting is that this is either about starting something new, starting a new project, a new initiative, something that you'd be starting from scratch, this is really what I'm sensing, is that this has something to do with family. This has something to do with committing to another person, and growing a family. That's really the sense that I'm getting from these cards. There are specifically, when I look here at the Page of Wands, I read the cards across, but I also read them down. So I'm sensing very strongly that this has something to do with having children, or starting a family, or starting some sort of foundation with another person. The other person is this King of Pentacles down here. Okay, this doesn't have to be a king. It doesn't have to be a man. Disregard the gender of the figure on the card. This could be an earth sign, so it could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But the King of Pentacles is someone who is holding the energy of the king, so someone who is doing well, financially with the material resources, someone who is grounded, makes wise decisions. My apologies if you hear some sounds. My bird is in the background here. Someone who is thoughtful and really thinks things through before moving forward with them. Okay, so this is not an impulsive king. Again, it could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be. But I am sensing that you, as the Cancer here with the Chariot card, are very eager to build a sort of foundation with this King of Pentacles. And I sense that this has something to do with family, with growing family. But you're very reluctant to have this conversation with this person. Presuming that, you know, that you're with this person in some sort of a relationship at the time, or at present. You may not be. You may not be. But you certainly, this is, I don't get the feeling that this is someone who you are admiring from afar. I feel that this is someone that you know, but you just may not be at that level of commitment with them yet. Okay? And here you are at the end of your first row of cards, the Four of Swords. You are taking a time out. You are resting. The Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which is the card of heartache, heartbreak. So I'm wondering if what that heartbreak was. Is this something that you have experienced before? Have you tried to have this conversation with this person before? Or have you been in this situation with someone in your past and it hasn't worked out the way that you anticipated? I mean, clearly with the Star card here, this is something that is a dream of yours. Maybe you want to have a family, you want to have children. But you're reluctant to speak about this, to let this be known. And there are a lot of children's figures in this reading, and in particular, this third row here, we have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, and we have the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles above and below. So this is what you want. And right in the middle of your reading here is the Empress. The Empress is the card of femininity, of fertility, the Queen of Queens, who cares for the people in her flock, right? And it's the ultimate maternal figure. the Empress, with the Six of Pentacles directly beneath it. Do you want to give? You want to embody this energy here. This is your wish fulfillment. That is what you want. And you want this with this King of Pentacles. But I think the concern here for you, the reason why you're sitting in the Four of Swords, is because you are concerned that if you speak about it, with the Ace of Swords coming underneath that and the Five of Wands underneath that, you are concerned that if you speak about this to this King of Pentacles, that the reaction is not going to be good. Now, this is a very specific story, so if this is your story, you know that this is your story. I'm sensing here with the Three of Cups that your relationship with this king is in a good place, that you're enjoying one another's company. Again, this is someone who you know. This is not someone who you just met. But you are enjoying your time with one another. But it seems that you have these sort of higher ideas of where you want this to go. And you're concerned that if you speak about this to this king, that the reaction is not going to be what you want. But this situation, I mean, a family, essentially, is what we're talking about here. Family, children. You may be married to this king. You may already be in a committed relationship with this king. That's not necessarily the case. We do have the Hierophant coming at the end of the second row of cards. So you right underneath the Star card. And you want, this is the Star card is the card of your hopes and your dreams. And this is, with the Hierophant coming right underneath it, this is a commitment that you want to make. This is the family that you want to build. I mean, the Magician comes at almost at the end of your reading. You are manifesting this. This is something that you want in your life. You are manifesting this. I feel that the guidance here for you, Cancer, is to exercise patience. I mean, right in the very first row of cards, you're experiencing inner conflict right now, but this is the wheel is going to turn for you. As long as you are patient. Maybe this is not the right time to have this conversation. Or maybe you have the conversation. and you allow the other person, whoever that is, to take their time with it. And that's something that, you take that how it resonates. That's something that you, with in your own circumstances, would need to decide which way would be best to go. But I think that the guidance here seems to be to not force the situation. Say what you need to say, okay? Speak your mind. But then let the other person have their space to process it, to digest it, right? And I think that if you do that and let them sort of come to grips with what it is that you are saying and what it is that you're wanting, I think the message here is that you are going to be victorious in this, that you are going to get what it is that you want. But you have to be patient, because these are big decisions. This is not a small thing that you're wanting. These are big life decisions. But I think that if you allow the person to come to that table themselves, that you will be where you want to be. Okay. That is what I have for you, my Cancer friends. I hope this helped, and I will see you next time.